Hey, it's Jack from Jack Gately Real Estate and the Online Real Estate Academy, and we have a new single-family home market update for Massachusetts. And as always, we start with price, and oh my God, it is a new record. Let's take a look at the chart. Wow, look at that. $879,000 is the average price for a single-family home in Massachusetts. You can see the chart kind of headed straight up since like February of this year. And I know it's just like, whoa, this brings up a lot of good news if you're a seller, very concerning if you're a buyer. And then as society in large, especially here in Massachusetts, you got to ask yourself about the affordability factor. How affordable or unaffordable is it to live in Massachusetts? $879, just like unbelievable, really. I'm actually, even I'm shocked. Sellers are getting 103% of their original list price. And so, again, if you're looking to get that home, you're probably going to have to bid it up a little bit higher than the original list price. Food for thought if you're a buyer out there. It also means if you're looking to spend, let's just say, no more than $525. If your maximum is $525, you might want to be looking at houses that are listed for $480, $490, $500. You see what I'm saying? Because they're going to sell for higher than that. Yeah, and so 103%, that's a seller's market. So supply is also up. Isn't that peculiar? Well, we usually see a bump up in supply for the springtime market. That's true. But now we're at the highest supply since November of 2022. So basically a year and a half, we'll call it, roughly speaking. But remember, there's another factor going on in the marketplace. It's not only just supply and demand, it's the ability to purchase. Let's just take a look at that. The ability to purchase is highly dependent upon interest rates. And interest rates have been hovering at a solid 7%, maybe just a teeny bit higher than that, for several months. And not that I like 7% interest rates, but how do I want to say this? I heard an economist say it on the television the other day, so it must be right. People have gotten kind of used to 7%. A year and a half ago, 7% was like, oh my God, strike me down. No way. I'm not buying at 7.2% for a 30-year fix. And now people have kind of like, well, I guess that's what it is. And we did have good news today, July 11th, that the CPI beat just by a teeny bit. And inflation, I guess, is not going away. But dare I say, people have gotten used to it. And the 30-year fixed mortgage now is at 6.99 as of yesterday. Homes are flying off the shelf. Days to offer is 16. Statistically, it really can't get much lower than 10 or 12. So 16 from when you put your home on the market to when you actually accept it, we'll just call it 2 weeks. That's pretty darn quick, especially since the floor on this is probably 10 days. And then, of course, you actually close like 6 weeks after that. So just call it like a 2-month process from when you list your house to when you actually close it. And again, these are averages. There's going to be variation throughout the state and through different market sector. But overall, things are moving fairly quickly on the market, even with the volume of homes going up. That's because interest rates have normalized and maybe come down just a touch. And statewide in June, we had a lot of homes go pending. 4,602 homes go pending, down just a teeny bit over May, but that's kind of normal for the seasonal cycle. That is a lot of homes. And it looks like maybe we might be at a peak here. We definitely have some type of transition as you head into the summer months, where the spring market is over and there's a little bit of a trend, your dog days of summer, so to speak. But the market is still very, very strong for sellers. So as people get used to these 7% interest rates and maybe they actually dip down a little bit, understand as interest rates go down, that frees up the buyer to offer more. See how that works? Yeah, so this is good news for sellers. It might also take the inventory edge off a little bit for buyers because the rate lock effect that we had for a couple of years might not be as locky as it was before. So you might see supply going up just a little bit in some markets. We'll have to keep an eye on that supply number. It could be over because the spring market's over and we might have a little dip in supply. That wouldn't surprise me, but we'll have to kind of keep a very close eye on that and on interest rates as we go forward. Remember, now moving into a period where the Fed may or may not cut interest rates. We're also kind of hard up against the election, so the Fed doesn't want to do too much that could be seen as political. So we're going to keep a very close eye on that. But for now, a new price record in Massachusetts, $879,000 for a single family home. I'm Jack from Jack 8 the Real Estate and the Online Real Estate Academy. Thanks for watching.